Hello everyone. Today in this part I am going to discuss with you proportion. What is proportion? We learned in the last part about the ratio. Now when two ratios are equal, they are said to be in proportion. So proportion means we can say that when two ratios are equal. When two ratios are equal, they are said to be in proportion. So now suppose A by B is equal to C by D. Ratio can also be written as A by B, or you can write A is to B is equal to C is to D. So this expression is said to be in proportion. That means A is to B is proportion to C is to D. In spite of using this equality sign, you can use double colon also. This is a single colon represent ratio and double colon represent proportion. So here we can say that A is to B is proportion to C is to D. A is to B is proportion to C is to D. Clear? Now see, there are total 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 terms are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 terms are there. Now each quantity in a proportion is called term or it's proportional. So all these are called terms of a proportion. All these called as a terms of a proportion. Now if this relation holds, now A and D are called as a extremes. A and D are called as a extremes. And B and C are called as a mean. Now let us take one example. For example, 15 is to 20 is proportional to 9 is to 12. First take 15 is to 20. It is equal to 3 is to 4. This is also equal to 3 is to 4. So they are in proportion. Now how you will check whether a relation is in proportion or not. So find out the product of the mean. If you multiply these two, B and C are called mean. So find out the product of mean. Product of mean is 20 into 9, that is equal to 180. Now find out the product of extremes. So 15 into 12, 180. So the first condition we learned from our discussion is to check. You can write to check proportionality That means the question is asked whether a relation is in proportion or not. So what you need to find? You need to find whether product of mean is equal to product of extreme. So to check proportionality, we need to check whether product of mean is equal to product of extremes. If this relation holds, then we term the relations as proportional. Clear? So here we can say that A is to B is proportional to C is to D, where A and D are called as an extremes, B and C are known as a mean. Clear? Now D is a fourth term, so we can call this as a fourth proportion. D is a fourth term, so we can call this as fourth proportion. Clear? Now next is continued proportion. What is continued proportion? Suppose there are three numbers A, B and C. If there are three numbers A, B and C, if the ratio of first and second, is equal to ratio of second by third, then A, B, C, it implies A, B, C are in continued proportion. That means we can say that A is to B proportion to B is to C. If this relation holds, ratio of first and second is equal to ratio of second and third. So they are in. So now if this relation is in proportion, that means by our condition product of mean should be equal to the product of extreme. Am I clear to? If two ratios are in proportion, then we can say that product of mean is equal to product of extremes. So product of mean is equal to product of extremes. So from here we can say that B into B means B square is equal to A into C. So we are going to check if A, B, C are in continued proportion, then we will check whether B square is equal to AC or not. If B square is equal to AC, then we can say it is in continued proportion, otherwise it is not. Now B here, B is known as the mean. B is known as the mean proportion of A and C. B is known as the mean proportion from A and C. Now I am going to discuss with you some problem based on proportion. The first question is check whether the following quantities forms a proportion or not. That means we need to check the given terms are in proportion or not. So there are two ways to check whether they are in proportion or not. First is find out the ratio of first and second. So ratio of 3x and 7x is equal to 3x by 7x. Now you can cancel x and x. So this is equal to 3 by 7. This is 3 is to 7. And find out the ratio of third and fourth. So ratio of 24 and 56. So this is equal to 24 by 56. Now you can cancel with 4. 4 6 ja 24. 4 1 ja 4. 4 4 ja 16. 2 3 ja 6. 2 7 ja 14. So this is also equal to 3:7. Now see, when the ratios are equal, they are in proportion. So here we conclude, therefore the terms are in proportion. The terms are in proportion. Clear? Now this is the one method. This is one way you can solve the problem. There is another way. Find out product of mean and product of extremes. Suppose in this way I am going to solve it another way. So first find out product of mean. Product of mean means 3 into 2.4. I told A, B, C and D. So B and C are called as the mean. So product of mean means 3 into 2.4. That is equal to 7.2. Clear? And find out the product of extremes. Product of extremes. The product of extreme means 9 into 0.8. 9 into 0.8. So this is equal to 7.2. Clear? Now you are seeing product of mean is equal to product of extreme. They are equal, 7.2 and 7.2. Therefore we can say that the given terms are in proportion. Are in proportion. Clear? The given terms are in proportion. Now, first, all terms are given in a mixed fraction. So let us simplify this. So this is equal to 2 1 ja 2 plus 1. So this will be equal to 3 by 2. 4 3 ja 12 plus 1. 13 by 4. 4 2 ja 8 plus 1. 9 by 2. And 9 4 ja 36 plus 3. 37 by 4. Clear? Now this sum I am going to again apply this method. So what you need to find out? Ratio of these two terms. So we can say ratio of 3 by 2 and 13 by 4 is equal to, you can say 3 by 2 by 13 by 4. It is first term will be in the numerator, second term will be in the denominator. So if you write this, so we can say 3 by 2 and this term once you simplify, it will be reciprocate, that is 4 by 13. Clear? 1 by 13 by 4. That means it is a reciprocal of 13 by 4. So it is 4 by 13. 2 1 ja 2, 2 2 ja 4, 3 2 ja 6 by 13. That means ratio is 6:13. Or you can leave it here also, because ratio also written in this form also. Now find out the ratio of these two. So ratio of 9 by 2 and 37 by 4. So 9 by 2 will be in the numerator, 37 by 4 will be in the denominator. So you can write 9 by 2 into, this will become 4 by 37, reciprocal. 2 1 ja 2, 2 2 ja 4. So it is 18 by 37. Are they equal? No. 6 by 13 is not equal to 18 by 37. So we can say they are not in proportion. I hope you are able to see it. They are not in proportion. Now moving into this. So first 2 2 ja 1, 2 2 ja 4, 1, 5 by 2. This will be 5 2 ja 10, 1, 11 by 2, 3.0 it is, you can write 3 and 6.0 means 6. Now this sum I am going to solve with this method. So each method we are completing 2 sums each. So you are familiar with both the methods. So product of mean is equal to 11 by 2 into 3. 3 means 3 by 1. So it is equal to 33 by 2. And product of extremes is equal to 5 by 2 into 6. So 6 by 1. So it will be equal to 30 by 2. That is equal to 15. Obviously these two are not equal. Product of mean is not equal to product of extreme. So we can say that the terms are not in proportion. The terms are not in proportion. Clear? So you can practice this kind of sum using either of one of the method. If you are comfortable in this method, complete it using this method, or if you are comfortable in this method, you can do it using this method also. Let us discuss this problem. Find the fourth proportional of. Fourth proportional means if A is to B is proportion to C is to D. This D is the fourth term and this is known as the fourth proportion. So we need to find out the fourth proportion. That means value of A, B and C is given. You need to find out the value of D. So we assume that let X is equal to fourth proportion. Fourth proportion. Clear? That means we can say that 5 by 9 ratio of first two term is equal to ratio of third and fourth. Clear? Or you can also write in this way, that is 5 is to 9 is equal to 45 is to X. Either way you can write. It is up to you how you are going to express it. Simple thing is that ratio of first and second must be equal to ratio of third and fourth to make it proportion. Clear? Now what we know? We know that product of mean is equal to product of extreme. So product of extreme is equal to 5 into X. Product of extreme is equal to 5 into X. And product of mean is equal to 9 into 45. Product of extreme is equal to 5 into X and product of mean is equal to 9 into 45. Therefore, it implies X is equal to, we'll take this 5 to the denominator. So 9 into 45 by 5. Now we'll cancel 5 1 ja 5, 5 9 ja 45. Therefore, X is equal to 81. Clear? Now, let us solve this problem. 2.1, 1.5 and 8.4. So same way we assume that let X is equal to fourth proportion. X is equal to fourth proportion. So what you can write? You can write it as 2.1 is to 1.5. 2.1 is to 1.5 is proportion to 8.4:x. Ratio of first and second is proportion to ratio of third and fourth. So again, product of extreme. Product of extreme means 2.1 into x is equal to product of mean, that is 1.5 into 8.4. Clear? So it implies x is equal to 1.5 into 8.4 divided by 2.1. Now simplification I am leaving up to you. See, I am doing it 2.1, 1 ja 21, 4 ja. So directly you can cancel. So 1.5 into 4 is equal to 6. So therefore value of x is equal to 6. Clear? Now take this sum. Let's solve this problem. Same way we are going to solve. Let x is equal to fourth proportion. So what you can say that ratio of 1 by 3 is to 2 by 5 is proportion to 8.4 is to x. Now product of extreme, that is 1 by 3 into x is equal to product of mean, that is equal to 2 by 5 into 8.4. Clear? Now we need to find out the value of x. So we need to take 1 by 3 to the other side. So 1 by 3, if we take this to the other side, it will become 3 by 1. This 3 is in the denominator. So when it change the side, it will become the numerator. So 2 into 8.4 into 3 by 5. Clear? Now you can simplify this. Now see, 5, it will neither cancel with 3, 8.5 will also not cancel with 3. So multiply these two. So you will get, if you multiply these two, you will get 50.4 by 5. Let us discuss our next problem. Find the third proportional of 2 meter 40 centimeter 40 centimeter. So first thing, when you learn about the ratio, it should be of unit of same kind. So convert this 2 meter 40 centimeter as centimeter. So it will be equal to 240 centimeter. It will be equal to 240 centimeter. 240 centimeter. Now third proportion means this is a problem based on continued proportion. A, B, C, then C is called as a third proportion. So in this case, we can say that B square is equal to AC. Mean square is equal to product of extreme. So this will be your A, this will be your B, and we assume that let x is equal to third proportion. Clear? So if you apply the formula, then we can say that 40 square, that is B square, is equal to product of extremes, that is 240 into x. This is the first, this is the second, and x will be third. So middle term square is equal to product of extreme. So we can say that x is equal to 240 will go to the denominator. So 40 into 40 by 240. 1 0 1 0 cancel. 4 1 ja 4, 4 6 ja 24, 6, 2 3 ja 220. So we'll get 20 by 3 centimeter. So middle term or third proportion will be 20 by 3. Clear? Same thing if I explain you again the concept. So we can say that third proportion will be x. Third proportion will be x. Now in continued proportion we learned about ratio of first and second. Ratio of first and second is equal to second and third. Ratio of second and third. So product of extreme, that is 1.8 into x, is equal to product of mean, that is 0.6 into 0.6. Suppose if you are not using this formula, you can use the previous formula also to complete. So x is equal to 0.6 into 0.6 by 1.8. This 1.8 will go to the denominator. 1 decimal and 1 decimal. It will cancel each other. 6 1 ja, 6 3 ja. If you cancel with 3, 2. So therefore x is equal to 0.2. Clear? Third one is 1 by 7 and 3 by 14. And third one we assume as x. Clear? So this will be A, this will be B, and this will be act as a C. So the formula is B square is equal to AC. So B square is equal to AC, that is 1 by 7 into x. Clear? So we can say that x is equal to, this 7 is in the new denominator. When it change the side, it will go to the denominator. So 3 into 3, 14 into 14. You can write 3 by 14 square as 2 times 3, 2 times 14 multiplied by 7. 7 1 ja, 7 2 ja. Therefore, x is equal to 9 by 28. Now, find the mean proportion between 3 and 27. So mean proportion means, if I recap the concept of continued proportion, so we can say that if A, B, C are in continued proportion, so B is said to be the mean proportion. And what is the result? B square is equal to AC. B square is equal to AC. So we are going to write, let x is equal to mean proportion. X is equal to mean proportion. Now if x is equal to mean proportion, that means x square is equal to 3 into 27. 3 into 27. Now 3 into 27 is equal to 81. It implies, now 81, find a number. Now since you are not know the concept of square root, so in other words, find a number who multiplied with itself give you 81. Find a number who multiplied by itself to give you 81. So 81 means, can we say this is 9 square? Yeah? So we can say x is equal to 9. X is equal to 9. If you compare both sides, then you can see x, in place of x there is a 9. So we can say that it implies x is equal to 9. Let's solve this one. So first we begin with, let x is equal to mean proportion. So x is equal to mean proportion. So if we apply the formula, then b square means x square is equal to product of mean 0.9 into 2.5. Now if we convert this, so it will be equal to 9 by 10 into 25 by 10. If you convert decimal into fraction, so this will be equal to 225 by 100. Now, as I told you, find a number who multiply itself to give you 225. Check, it is a 15 multiplied by 15. So we can write 15 and 10, 100 is a square of 10. 225, it is a square of 15. 100, it is a square of 10. So from here we can say that x is equal to 15 by 10, which is equal to 1.5. Clear? Let us complete this one. 0.6 and 9.6. 0.6 and 9.6. So we can let x be the mean proportion. Mean proportion. Clear? Now if x is the mean proportion, then we can say x square is equal to 0.6 into 9.6. 0.6 into 9.6. Now 0.6 can be written as 6 by 10 and 9.6 can be written as 96 by 10. Now there is another way to find out. 6 can be written as 2 into 3 and 96 can be written as 2 into 3 into 4 into 4. 2 3 are 6, 6 4 are 24, 24 4 are 96 by 10 into 10. Clear? Now, so we can write it as 10 is appears 2 times, so we can write 10 square. 2 is appears 2 times, so we can write 2 into 3 is appeared 2 times, so 3 into, and 4 is appeared 4 2 times, so we can write 2 into 3 into 4 square. 2 3 are 6, 6 4 are 24. So this will be equal to 24 by 10 square. Understood? So therefore x is equal to 24 by 10, which is equal to 2.4. Clear? Each term, you know, a into a, you can write it as a square. So same way, 2 into 2, I am writing 2 square. 3 into 3, you can write 3 square. 4 into 4, you can write 4 square. In this way, if you done that, you can avoid the calculation. That will save your time. Same way, you can solve this problem. This is up to you. Solve the problem, write in the answer in the comment box. Now, let us solve this problem. A is to B is given as 3 is to 5. That means A by B is given as 3 by 5. And B is to C is given as 4 is to 7. So that means B by C is given as 4 by 7. So we have to find out A is to B is to C. Now students, see, there is one letter B which connect with A and C. That means what we'll do, we'll make these B equal. Now this is 5, this is 4. So now I am going to multiply numerator and denominator by 4. So we'll get 12 by 20. Now to make it 20, here I am going to multiply numerator and denominator by 5. Now you know, if you multiply a fraction, if you multiply numerator and denominator of a fraction by the same quantity, the fraction remains unchanged. That's why we are multiplying numerator and denominator by 5 to, now see, now here A by B is equal to 12 by 20 and B by C is equal to 20 by 35. Clear? That means A is to B is to C is equal to 12 is to 20 is to 35. Clear? We need to make B equal. So to be equal, the simple thing, whatever the number appear here, we need to multiply the other ratio with that number. Let us take another sum. If A is to B is given as 1.5 is to 3.5. So I am writing here, that is A by B is equal to 1.5 by 3.5. So let us simplify this one first. After decimal 1 digit, after decimal 1 digit. That means decimal will cancel each other. So this will be 15 by 35. You can leave it here or you can further simplify. 5 3 ja, 5 7 ja. So this is equal to 3 by 7. And B by C is given as 5 by 6. Clear? So we have to find out A is to C. Now can we write A by C? A is to C means A by C. Can we write A by C as A by B into B by C? We can write A by C is equal to A by B into B by C. So see, B will get cancelled. That means A by C only. Do not cancel it. We are writing this in this form to substitute the value of A by B and B by C. So in place of A by B, we substitute 3 by 7, and in place of B by C, we are going to substitute 5 by 6. Now check whether you can further simplify or not. Yes, 3 1 ja 3, 3 2 ja 6. Now we cannot further simplify, so 5 into 1 it is equal to 5, 7 into 2 is equal to 40. So A by C, A is to C is equal to 5 is to 40. Before we wind up, let us solve another problem. Here X is to Y is given as 5 is to 4. So we can write X by Y is equal to 5 by 4. So this is number 1 equation. And 2 is to X, that is 2 by X is given as 3 is to 8, that is 3 by 8. Now we need to find out the value of Y. So use this equation to find out the value of X. So we apply the cross multiplication. So 3 into X, it is equal to 3X is equal to 2 into 8, that is equal to 16. So X is equal to 16 by 3. We get the value of X as 16 by 3. Now substitute X is equal to 16 by 3 in this equation, that is equation 1. So in place of 16 by 3 by 1 is equal to 5 by 4. So if you simplify, you will get 16 by 3y. This will come in the denominator. So it is equal to 5 by 4. Now apply the cross multiplication. So 3 into 5y, that is equal to 15y is equal to 16 into 4, 64. Therefore y is equal to 64 by 15. Clear? So I am using this equation to find out the value of X. Substitute the value of X here, so we will get the value of Y. Thank you students for watching this video. I hope the concept of proportion is clear to you. Solve the exercise based on problem, whatever the reference book you are following. In case of any doubt, you can write your question in the comment box. I will solve the problem and upload it in the next video. Till we meet, it's goodbye from my side. Thank you.